Hey guys, yesterday I watched wrestling. It was No Way Out of pay-per-view, and the first match was Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Champion. It was Edge versus Jeff Hardy versus Triple H versus Big Show versus Undertaker versus Vladimir Kozlov, and at the end of the match, um, it was Triple H and Undertaker went in, and Undertaker had Triple H for a tombstone pile driver, but then he hit it, but somehow Triple H got his foot on the rope, and then Triple H pedigreed Undertaker, but then also Undertaker kicked out, and then Undertaker chokeslammed Triple H, and he kicked out again, and Undertaker was surprised, and then Triple H, they were fighting, and then Triple H, he pedigreed Undertaker, and he was the new WWE champion. And then it was Shawn Michaels versus JBL, an all or nothing match. Meaning, if Shawn Michaels wins, he gets freedom from JBL, and JBL owes Shawn Michaels everything, all the money and stuff. And because JBL hired Shawn Michaels, and if JBL wins, he owns the Heartbreak Kid, and Shawn Michaels has to work for him for the rest of his life. And so during the match, JBL was gonna smash Shawn Michaels' face on the armrest of the armrest on the in the stands. But then Shawn Michaels' wife was there, and she covered her face, but then she put her hands down from her face and punched JBL before he did it. And then Shawn Michaels, when they got back in the ring, Shawn Michaels slammed JBL down and went up to the top to give him the elbow. And then he went in the corner of one of the turnbuckles and smashed his foot up and down for chin music. And then when JBL got up, he took off his head and he won, Shawn Michaels. And then it was Shane McMahon versus Randy Orton in a no-holds-barred match, meaning there's no rules. And so Shane McMahon at the end started ripping the announce table off, and then he laid Randy Orton on it. He went to the top rope, but then Randy Orton's legacy, Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, they came in, they started throwing knuckles at Shane McMahon, and then Shane McMahon started beating them up, and then he went outside to get a garbage can while Rhodes was down. He put the garbage can right in the front of Ted DiBiase's face. He went to the top rope, and he kicked the garbage can into Ted DiBiase's face. And then Rhodes was up then, and Randy Orton told Rhodes to bring him out of the ring to make sure he's okay and stuff. And then Shane McMahon went back in the ring while Randy Orton's face was bleeding and on the announce table, and Shane McMahon was on the top rope. He went to jump on Randy Orton on the announce table, but Randy Orton leaned up and Shane McMahon went through the announce table. Then when they got back in the ring, Shane McMahon was about to punt Randy Orton, but when he went to punt him, Randy Orton got up and gave him the RKO and won it. Then it was Jack Swagger versus Finlay for the ECW champion, and Finlay at the end, Hornswoggle, was at ringside banging on the mat for Finlay to get up, and then he went on the apron where they walk in, and Jack Swagger pushed Finlay against the ropes to knock down Hornswoggle on purpose. Then Jack Swagger had him in a submission move, but he didn't tap out Finlay, and then Jack Swagger gave Finlay a power bomb, and he was still the ECW champion, Jack Swagger, and won it. And then it was another Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Champion. John Cena versus Chris Jericho versus Kane versus Mike Knox versus Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston and Edge. When Kofi Kingston came out, Edge started started beating him up, and because I guess Edge thought Kofi Kingston wasn't supposed to be in the match, so he started beating him up. Then he hit him with the steel chair in the back of the head. Then Rey Mysterio came out to check on Kofi, and then when at the end of the match, the last three were Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho, and Edge. And before that, John Cena came in. I was surprised how fast it got eliminated because he was shoulder blocking everybody and punching everybody. And then Chris Jericho gave a code breaker. And then when John Cena went back, he had him for the 619. And then when Rey Mysterio 619 him, when John Cena went back, Edge speared him, and John Cena was eliminated. And then it was them three: Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, and Edge. And Chris Jericho got a 619 from Rey Mysterio, and he got eliminated. And then it was Edge and Rey Mysterio, and then they were outside of the ring and fighting on the concrete. And Edge picked up Rey Mysterio and threw him into the chamber face first. Then Edge was waiting for Rey Mysterio to get up, and when he got up, he speared him, and Edge was the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, And then Edge was the new World Heavyweight Champion, and it was probably one of the most exciting pay-per-views I saw because the Elimination Chamber matches. So that's it. Thanks.